Good evening, everyone, and welcome to day number 671, December the 26th, 2023. And I am officially less than 7 days from heading to Ukraine. And of course, you guys know all about that. And going to be much more coming about that. Let me get some hellos here as we get going. As you know, it's been an unbelievable last 30 hours with Dr. Gertis and all of you. And all of the world. More about that. I know you've seen the videos. If you haven't, good grief. King Raccoon, welcome. Charlie Johnson, welcome to you. NATO TV War Jimbo, welcome to you. Tom P, good evening to you from the UK. I'm trying to save you guys time. Tom P is from Yorkshire. Awesome. Yeah, we got some confirmation coming on the destruction of the ship in Theodosia. I'll show it to you. I'll even show you some girls talking about it and translate it for you. Mitch Ashdown, Irene S., welcome to you. Nathan Fody. How about the HIMARS with Christmas lights video? Made me laugh. Yes, sir. I'm going to show it to you again in a little compilation that I have straight from the front for you guys tonight. 5 UFO Shahed drones, probably. I wish, but I'll tell you what it was in just a minute. As far as Ukraine is concerned, could be. It wasn't just diesel fuel on that ship, Nershan. No, it wasn't. I know what was on the ship. I wasn't there, but I know what is coming out of the general staff there in Kyiv as to what was on the ship, and I will share that with you guys. Ronnie Vranken, welcome to you. Let's see. This is a cool comment. 5 UFO. Ukraine is a vanguard of the new army of God. This is real. It's crazy. Mark McLaren, long time ace, as you guys from Euro say. Stephen Phelps, happy holidays to you. Ronnie Vranken, $20,000 I heard in 24 hours. Dr. Gertis is a genius, by the way. And you guys are awesome. Tom P, I see you made it back in time. Good for you, sir, because I'm going to answer your question. JDO, welcome to you, one of our moderators. Thank you, sir. Skeg, down there in Australia, welcome to you. Carl Elwell, my favorite message there. Good evening from Vegas, baby. Cheryl Waitley, welcome to you. Tim Ryder, down in Mississippi, welcome to you. Angie, Sunflower there, Ukrainian, hi from England, UK. OBX Pescado. I guess that has something to do with Outer Banks fish, I guess. Larry and Debbie down there in Texas. JC, the Music Man, Sacramento, California. I used to live in Sacramento, JC. I lived in Folsom, California for a long time. Snicko, welcome to you there in Australia. Good morning to you. Aussie T, talking to K Bell, welcome to you. You guys are awesome. We're gonna blow it up tonight, guys. Maybe look at, I love all these new names. Maybe tomorrow. I think that's what that says. That is sweet. You guys are awesome. Steven, welcome from North Carolina, my friend. Angie Kuhn, that's Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Niels, welcome to you as always, dear friend. Yep. Carl Elwell, hit the like. We used to not talk about it, but we got the momentum rolling now. Likes, comments, and shares. Amy Durvey, welcome to you. Love all the new names. Nate Fody, you've been here from the beginning, dude, when we had nobody. So you're with me, bro. Thank you. Okay, CZ, saw a report that Shahed drones from the ship destroyed in Crimea. I wish, but I will tell you guys exactly in just a moment. Now, drum roll, please. I need to tell you guys something. This has started to blow up in an extremely positive manner. And I mean, just the timing of it, the unbelievable events that have transpired in the last 30 hours. And I'm sorry, I'm extremely tired tonight because we have worked nonstop, literally for 30 hours, just a little bit of sleep, and it's nonstop, trying to reply to everybody. I've got emails right now. I've got messages right now. If you've sent them, which some of you have, I will reply. Just a little overwhelmed. It's a great overwhelm, by the way. But I have to be honest with you, King Raccoon, I just have to always be appreciative to him because he is actually the one that made the connection to Johnny Pierce, with whom I think Johnny and I are going to be doing a co-stream maybe tomorrow in the next few days. He may be partnering with us. And then from Johnny Pierce, Dr. Gertis reached out to me and this is a problem. An ominous 6.66K subscribers. Listen, please, somebody do anything. Call your mother, call your grandmother. We need it to 6.67. I don't like that number. No. But from Dr. Gertis, it was to Rick the Ukrainian. Now I'm already set up. When I get to Kyiv with Rick, we're going to do some co-streaming. I'm going to take Rick and Operator Starsky to dinner. Who knows what's going to go from there? There's just an unbelievable synergy coming together to help Ukraine. And it is Roman Stingler. Don't you dare unsubscribe. That's pretty funny. So King Raccoon, thank you. And for you, dear friend, you get a gift tonight. I know you don't want it, but you're getting it. Here it is.
Greg, and as I did promise to King Raccoon, there is something from Ukraine. Look at this. It says, this raccoon says, Ukraine will win. These stickers and one of the symbols of Ukraine war. Ukraine will win. This is pin. This is very special raccoon. And the small addition to that, you see the Ukrainian raccoon. It says glory to Ukraine with a almost bulletproof vest. Okay, so hello from Ukraine.
And
so the Ukrainian raccoon with American javelin. Good combination for standing against the Russian aggression.
So there you go, King Raccoon. Thank you, brother. You really did a lot. And I know you never want thanks, but thank you. And you're getting one of these two.
Слава Україні!
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, guys, let's jump right to it tonight. And yeah, we're going to cover everything. So Battleship has been played, although this was not the Moskva, a battleship. And you guys are well aware that Vladimir Putin has told Volodymyr Zelensky on the left, you sank my battleship. So it's not a battleship. It's a landing ship. And I will tell you guys, here's a picture of it, actually, of what it used to look like right there. That's a landing ship that was there in the port in Crimea. And of course, it's now destroyed in a beautiful, beautiful show. Now, here's the details. So it's the Novocherkassk. You may want to know where that name comes from. So Novo means new. Cherkassk is actually a city near Rostov-on-Don. So this ship is named for a city, Novocherkassk. So Novocherkassk. Now, it was transporting 4,400 units of artillery shells and 280 rockets for the Grad systems. Shaheeds, officially unknown. 62 crew members were on board. And of course, the Russian Federation is reporting only one death of a serviceman. So, of course, that's not true. That's not even possible. Novocherkassk. So that's the story there. I'm going to show you a video clip now. I've got it voiced over for you. Here you go. Easy, easy, easy. Are you recording it?
Ты снимаешь?
You take it? Yes. Oh my goodness. I feel the heat even here. It was the wrong decision to come down here. Now debris of the missiles are flying over here. Keep your head down. Oh my, take it easy. Calm down. Now, if that was just damaged, I see your comment there. If that was just damaged and only one naval member lost, I'll eat my hat. But I will not eat this one. In fact, I'm going to put this one on to go with the 511 tactical tonight. So we're going fully matched here. So did you hear the girls? They were talking. They said, the one said to the other, it was a mistake for us to come down here. Are you kidding? It's a mistake for you to come to Crimea. 800,000 Russians have been relocated into Crimea. Maybe you did not know that, but tonight you do. That's a fact. 800,000 Russians over these past years have moved into Crimea. So that one's history, and the official results are that. Now, I usually do not do this, but I'm going to do it tonight because it's unbelievable. Ukraine undermanned, Ukraine less supply, Ukraine blocked on their border for months, Ukraine accused of being the most corrupt nation on the planet, which they are not. Ukraine now losing 25% of their population. Fact. As of right now. And to this point, from February 22nd to December the 25th, they have eliminated 5,877 tanks, 10,919 APVs, 8,347 artillery systems, 934 MLRS systems, 613 anti-aircraft, 329 aircraft, 324 helicopters, 6,436 drones, 16 cruise missiles, 22 boats, 11,000 vehicles, 1,234 pieces of special technic, and 1 submarine. That's a pretty good job. That's called heroes. Heroes.
Slava Ukraini!
That's what happens when you pick a fight that you're not prepared to win. And we're going to see that unfold. Now, with that said, we need to continue moving into this new year, pressuring your politicians, writing letters, contacting your governments, helping, supporting those that support Ukraine, like you guys are supporting us like crazy now. All of these things, because this is how Ukraine is going to win. Ukraine is going to win this war in a grassroots effort of people who are not concerned about left or right. They're looking for the truth, and truth and justice will prevail. That's how Ukraine will win this war. And you guys are a part of it. So whatever you do, do not give up. That is absolutely stunning. Now, people may ask the question, do you really believe that Ukraine has destroyed 934 MLRS systems? Yes, I do. Now, why? The person would then ask, oh, why do you believe that? Because that's just the same propaganda. You know, Russia's putting out that they've already shot down F-35s and F-18s, okay, and destroyed 10,000 tanks and all of this. Well, Ukraine's doing the same thing. No. Why am I so confident? Because I ride the front lines, literally, and I'm telling you, you could drive 100 miles between Izum and move on down towards Bakhmut, pushing down towards Avdiivka. And guys, hundreds upon hundreds scattered everywhere of tanks, MLR systems, downed helicopters, downed airplanes. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Thousands of pieces of destroyed equipment. So do I believe these numbers? 1,000,000%. Those numbers are very accurate. I've seen it with my own eyes. And you're new here, maybe. You haven't been with us on any of our first 2 tours on the front. Starting next week, you're going to see it with your own eyes. Right through our camera, right through our eyes. You're going to talk with soldiers. You're going to hear from soldiers. You're going to be on the front lines with us. In fact, we're working on it right now. We've got tea time scheduled in bunkers that are stupid close. But these guys want you to know that they are so thankful that you are helping them and standing with them. So it's incredible. Incredible. Now, believe it 100%. Now, Frontline update. We're going to go to Johnny's map. It's the best map on the internet, period. Johnny Pierce, he collaborates with other people for this map. I like it here because it has the regions for us. Since we're here, air raid is quiet still. Good. So, Ukraine has made some pushes that are positive. Russia has also made quite a few. We'll start in the north like we always do. Kupiansk area here, pretty quiet. We come down to, this is outside Yampolivka, right there. This is actually on the line between Donetsk and Lugansk. And I know it says an H, but it's pronounced with a G. Lugansk Oblast. Region. Oblast means region. Russia making some push there. This is also on that Torsk front that we really need to hold on to, and we are holding on to it very well right now. Some new pushes from Russia out of or towards Bilogorivka, but what I want you to see here, this is very industrial with salt mines and natural resources mines under the ground. You see little white there, that's not snow. Let me tell you what that is. That is mountains of tailings. Tailings is what comes out of the mine, out of the ground. They have to store it somewhere, and they create mountains. Of course, that happens in all countries. So this region right here is extremely hilly due to natural hills and man-made tailings, man-made mountains. So this pocket here will be difficult to move the lines on in any regard. We come on down Ivano-Dorivka, no problem there. This is in that Siversk circle right here. All is good. I'm zoomed in really good here. Now, look how active Bakhmut line is. This, of course, pushing towards Konstantinivka. Everything in the red and the orange is Russian advancement, but the blue is Ukrainian advancement, and the purple in this map, you can see here, Ukrainian gains. So this is good because we didn't have any Ukrainian gains here over the last few days. Yes, there is a straight line. Yes, Russia is pushing very, very hard to get to Chasiv Yar. And unfortunately, let me erase this and then I'm going to zoom in here first. So that's the Bakhmut. But if we come down here, unfortunately, this is a problem right here. Do you remember, guys, if you've been here with me a long time, Russia was right here, and I told you a long time ago, that's a whole straightaway here for about a mile, and it comes right into Ivanivsky right here. Well, they were, let me change colors. They were back here, but now they're up here. Folks, they're just a couple of 100 meters away from pushing into Ivanivsky. And it's tough in Ivanivsky tonight. But Ukraine holds it, and Ukraine is fighting, and we continue to stand with them. Now, through us, you directly support lots of soldiers in this region. We do tons of work. I can also freely tell you there are Azov brigades in this region fighting. Very strong brigades, very strong, high-level professional soldiers doing an amazing job, and you support them through us. Here, Russia coming out of Zelenopilia, and they're pushing. Remember, they like to push. Well, they don't like to. They have to. And Ukraine has to defend the river bottoms where the towns are. New York, everything the same. Coming in Avdiivka. Avdiivka is destroyed. Ukraine is still there, holding it. Russia pushing on up. Got a really deep pocket right here where Ukraine is. Marinka, gone. And I'm going to prove it to you. We've told you at least a week ago, maybe 10 days ago, that Marinka had fallen. And then you may have seen on Twitter or Telegram or stuff that half of it's fake anyway, is that Marinka was still standing. Guys, Marinka is not standing. Marinka is gone. It is completely under Russian control, and it is completely destroyed directly out of the mouth of Zaluzhny. It's gone. And I'm going to show you some video for that in just a moment. Novomykolaivka, they're coming, pushing here. Remember the river bottom here with all these little villages. We come around. We're completely quiet here. Robitny, everything's staying the same. I will tell you tonight, if you come down Energodar, Zaporozhye nuclear power plant here, you come all the way down, Bereslav, right here. Taginka, right here. This is a city, little town that we do tons of work in. We've stayed in that town. I mean, I know that town completely. We do lots of work they're supporting. At one time, Fish was based out of this town. This is the group that has established the bank on the Russian-controlled side of the river. Well, Taginka now is being leveled to the ground, unfortunately. Lots of the buildings that I know and homes that I know are completely leveled, and people are being killed in Taginka every day. Basically, it's merciless shelling on Taginka. Very sad. We come to Kherson. Kherson, major problem tonight, and additionally, Odessa. Odessa was just hit a little while ago. There are casualties and fatalities in Odessa. That information just coming through. Kherson, the Russians hit the train station while an evacuation train was being loaded. There are no official numbers on the lost or the loss. Officially, one policeman has been killed and civilians, but there are no official numbers. That number will go up substantially. Substantially. This was such an important strike tonight that President Zelensky himself spoke about it in regard to Kherson. I'm going to show you that now. Here is, listen with your ears. This is the impact that hit the train station. Just audio. So there's the sound of that. Now, I'll give you a little bit of video here. I will pre-warn you, you will see a blanket in the stairwell. And yes, there are deceased under it, but you can't see it or I would not show it. But just pre-warning, I think I'm okay to share this one. This is the Kherson train station. This was an evacuation train departing. I've been on that spot. You can hear the outgoing. I've been on that spot many times. All right. Now, I told you Zelensky spoke about it. Here's his words.
It's been a difficult day. There was just a report on the bombardment of Kherson, the Russian attack on the railway station, and the evacuation train. All services are now on the scene. The number of dead and injured is currently being determined. There were many civilians at the location. All updates will be provided by the relevant services.
So let me just explain to you how this works. If President Zelensky comes on and makes a statement like that, because he gives a nightly update every night, but if he comes on and makes a specific statement about a location, it's going to be pretty bad results. So we do know 140 civilians were there boarding the evacuation train. We do know that there were police, there were military, protecting the civilians trying to get out. And when you hear President Zelensky say numbers are being determined, it's not going to be a good result. So tonight we think about Kherson. And where we stay in Kherson, not too far from that train station there, by the way. Now, how did I know about Marinka? So guys, this is Marinka, and you can see that it's gone. It's all gone. Let me see if I can get here on Johnny's map. Just look at it. It's completely gone. So if you look at that image, you see a very narrow city, maybe 10 blocks wide or something, and then it's long for kilometers. And then in the background, you see a lake, and you see a causeway across the lake, and then you see another lake on the other side. Okay. And then you see the river bottom running on the right. That is Marinka, 100%. And we'll go to Johnny's map here, and you can see here is, I'll get my pen. This is the long, narrow town you're looking at. That's Marinka. This is lake that you're looking at, then the causeway, and then the second lake. So you've got that in your mind. Go back to here. That's Marinka. It's gone. Zaluzhny said it's gone, and we have some drone footage out today of Marinka. No audio on it, so don't throw anything at your TV or your phone. It's no audio. I didn't even put any audio on it. It's just look at it. This is reality, and this is why we're here every day. So, no words needed, right? That is Marinka. And it's gone. Completely. Think about that wherever you're at tonight. You do realize it's the same story, just a different city, different town. I can start listing them for you. I showed you a Zoom Friday. We could talk Severodonetsk. We can talk Lysychansk. We can talk Bakhmut. And look at here, guys. This just hit right now because I have it up on the screen. Look who just went red again. Kherson. Mykolaiv. So I'm going to tell you what's going on. You see it click that fast. There's an airplane in the air. That's not drones. Doesn't mean a missile's been fired, but there's an airplane in the air. It's the only way they click that quick. We'll keep an eye on it. Reality. Absolute reality. Zaluzhny talked about mobilization today. The Russian propaganda machine is trying to sow discord in Kyiv. They're trying to put all this fake junk out there. Zelensky is firing Zaluzhny, and Zaluzhny hates Zelensky. None of that is true. Zero. But Zaluzhny did put out a video today talking about mobilization. His answer is interesting, and I've got it translated for you. Here it is.
Those people who are applying for the so-called postponement or deferment, if you will, to put it simply for the audience, does this approach really need to be revised? Which categories will naturally be entitled to this deferment? Well, look, I will reiterate what I began with. For the armed forces of Ukraine, and for me personally, the most important thing is that people join the army and are able to carry out the tasks assigned to them. As for who will get a deferment, who will not get one, who will be drafted, who the state will draft, I believe that this is not within my competence. There are central executive bodies for that. I'll reiterate that I need people, I need ammunition, I need weapons to continue fighting.
So, guys, read between the lines, okay? That's the Supreme Commander. He made it very clear. I'm not the drafter. It's not my job to draft. It's my job to get the weapons, to get the soldiers, to put the plan out, and to win the war. That's their job. He was saying, stop blaming me. Stop trying to pull us apart by talking all this mobilization stuff. It's not my job. My job is to lead the armed forces, tell the executive branch what I need. Weapons, soldiers, it is their job to do that. Stop trying to divide us. And then secondly, of course, you hear him saying very clearly, we need weapons, we need soldiers. That's a fact. Absolute fact. So that's the solution. Hey, good news. Just a few hours ago, the Polish border opened. Boop. One of them. But it really opened. This is confirmed within the last few hours. 100% confirmed. Trucks are moving through at the normal rate of clearing the customs, clearing the borders, moving both ways. This is huge. The farmers left. Remember, it was the truckers and then the farmers came in. The farmers have left and they have said, okay, we're done. You can go. I don't know what has happened. I don't know who did what, but all I can tell you is, and I confirmed it right before we went live, the border is open. Golden for us because of all the stuff that's been unfolding over the last 30 hours, which I'm going to share it with you in just a moment. So that is really, really, really good news. We'll keep you posted on it. That has happened before, and then a week later, it's blocked again. Let's cross our fingers and trust and believe it stays open this time, and Poland's doing the right thing, regardless of the pressure from the Kremlin and the bots that has been at the root of these blockades on the Polish borders. So good news there. Now, Joseph Borrell, he is the Vice President of External Affairs for the European Union. Very prominent guy in the European Union. He today said point blank, we have no option but to support Ukraine to win this war because it is clear and obvious to me that Vladimir Putin is not going to stop. This is his end game. This is his signature. This is his legacy. He's not going to quit. It doesn't matter what he talks about. It doesn't matter what he says. If his mouth's moving, it's a lie. He doesn't want negotiations. He just plays the game, and he's 3 steps ahead of everybody. We cannot quit. He will go until the end. So, hey, I'm very thankful Joseph Borrell understands, and he made a very public statement about it. So, kudos to Joseph Borrell. Lukashenko had some questions the other night on the stream. Is Belarus still involved in this? Is Wagner still alive? Wagner still alive and functioning? What's going on with all that situation? Well, how about I answer all of that in one video clip from today? Here is Alexander Grigorievich Lukashenko.
Alexandrovich, we can't help but ask, were all the nuclear warheads delivered to Belarus by the end of the year? Listen, I've already told you a long time ago when the delivery ended. It was in September or perhaps in October, at the beginning of October, at the latest. Everything is in its place, in good condition. When the next exercises come, we prepare daily. Even the former Wagner recruits who are still with us transfer experience within our units today.
How much information are we getting tonight by just listening to what these guys say? Zaluzhny says, I'm not the mobilizer, but I need equipment and soldiers. And then you hear Lukashenko saying, well, the nukes have been there since September, October. They're in place. We're training more, and we're working with the Wagner to train us. So if you wanted to know if Belarus and the government dictatorship, and by the way, Lukashenko is the longest running dictator in the world, guys. Look it up, Lukashenko. So Belarus, absolutely. Through Lukashenko. Lots of good Belarusians that hate this war, but government in place, rolling with Russia, nukes are there, and Wagner is still there. Wagner did not go away when Prigozhin was murdered. Did I say that? Prigozhin was murdered? He was. You know it as well as I know it. Okay? Prigozhin was taken out, but Wagner's not dead. And by the way, I'm sure you guys know this because you watch all these smart guys, not me, like Johnny Pierce and all these other guys that know stuff. Wagner's just one of the private military groups in Russia. You are aware there are dozens of private military groups in Russia. I mean, Putin's got a crew. He's got a crew, and he's got Lukashenko right where he wants him. In the Russian language, we would call it this way. Lukashenko on Peshka. On Peshka. So if I translate that, Peshka, it actually means pawn. So it's a chess reference. And when you talk about an underling or somebody that just is out there doing your dirty work, they're called a Peshka. So tonight you learn some slang. Lukashenko, Peshka. That's it. He's a pawn. Now, how's it going on the front line? Zhenya sent me some video today. Lots of video. I put it together, 2.5 minutes or so. Guys, here is who you are supporting. Here's who we're supporting. And here is who you soon will see up close and personal when I get to Ukraine. Here is what's happening with our guys.
Today we celebrate Christmas, a grand holiday where every Ukrainian believes in miracles and the bright victory of good over evil. The Ukrainian armed forces do everything in their power, all for the miracle to happen, all for victory to come to Ukrainian land as soon as possible. Christ was born. Let's praise him. We will win together.
Слава Україні!
So there you have it. The last guy you saw there talking, of course, is the commander up in the north, Sumy Chernihiv, right up on the border there. I'll tell you what. Did y'all notice something? Hey, there's some bad boys. My favorite guy is the tank guy. Got that stare. Then you go, man, is he okay? Then he goes. And then boys, oh, you know what? I can't even convey to you what you're seeing is real. Like, I know these guys on the front. That's how they are. That's how they behave. That's how they care. That's how they laugh. And you finding us through partnering and relationships now that are unfolding, whether it be with Johnny Pierce or Dr. Gertis or Rick or others, guys, you're going to see it all. January, February, March. You're going to get to know these guys on the front. And it's not going to be somebody else's video. It's going to be you watching it right through us. So I'm very excited to share that with you so that you can help share the truth of who Ukraine really is. You know, you go to that Christmas dinner and we all have that brother-in-law or that uncle or that aunt that wants to start screaming about corruption and conspiracies, and they don't know their head from a hole in the ground. All they do is listen to trash on the internet and television, and they believe everything that's pumped out by the Kremlin. You're going to have so many resources to blow it back on those friends and neighbors, not to be mean to them, but to share the truth to them. They're gone down the rabbit hole of deception and destruction, and we're going to try to pull them out of there together. That's exactly what the front lines are like. Incredible. Incredible. And we're all going to be there together supporting them. So thank you for that. That's how it's going. Finally, we come to the last few things tonight. I'm overwhelmed. Dr. Gertis is overwhelmed. So I know many of you have already seen the video that he put out a couple of hours ago. And then when he puts it out in regard to this, I put it out. We're working on this completely together. And we're both just shocked. I don't even know what the numbers are anymore. It's moving so fast. But I can tell you that yesterday at 11:30 a.m. on Christmas Day, maybe noon, when Dr. Gertis dropped the video, and then I dropped it, we had an expectation. Maybe people buy a few things, maybe donate a little money for Christmas. And I woke up this morning to $20,000 of purchases in cash donations. And that number's not even accurate now. It's unbelievable what happened. And yes, it's all going to get there. I promise you. Now we've got an EU site open. So, like we said in the video, everything's in the description. Whether you want to donate financially or buy a tourniquet, folks, I had people messaging me saying, I'm trying to buy it on the Amazon store, but it's sold out. Yeah, we sold it out. I mean, it's hilarious. But if it's sold out, I don't want to pull it out because Amazon will restock it. But guys, it was like up to a couple hours ago, it was 130 Cat 7 tourniquets that you guys have purchased. That will save 130 lives or limbs. Chest seals to float a battleship. Keep them coming. There's more things we're adding. You sold out of the bottom out of the thermals. Everything on there is direct request from the front. All we can say is we're just overwhelmed. But don't give up. Don't quit. Now, for those of you that want to give financially, and you're here in the U.S., if you donate before December 31st, goes through our 501c3, you will receive a year-end tax receipt for your tax-deductible giving. I promise you guys, it's going to get there, and it's going to be put right in the hands. Now we have all kind of other ideas happening. I don't know where it's going to end up, but all I know is in 30 hours, it's pretty amazing. So thank you. Now, many people go, okay, well, I trust you, kind of. Definitely trust Dr. Gertis. Dr. Gertis is much more trustable than you, Greg. I'm cool with that. No problem. He's a legend. He said, but I'm not sure about the Ukrainian side. Well, maybe you didn't see this, but this is the Ukrainian side. Look at what our guys in Ukraine were doing today when all of this started to blow up again.
Hello from Ukraine. And we do at this moment our paperwork for our NGO charity foundation Napram here in Ukraine. Me and Tonya are our administrator, the best person, and we work with all the accounts of the bank, updating different currencies, and working with some documents for the tax inspection, and making sure that there is any delay. There will not be any delays, and updating all needed things, just checking for the customs. So, and as you know, our NGO works with a NGO in organization in the United States, a Greg Terry organization, and with the partnering of Bill Schwartz in Belgium, and becoming now a boots on the ground here for Dr. Gertis. Thank you all the International Society. And Greg here is Vadim Bichko. It's, Lera Rosinska, it's her father. He was fighting for Ukraine in the memory and honor. It says they gave their life for Ukraine. This is just Khmelnytsky. All the work's done, and it comes again. You hear it? Every day. It seems to me it's the third time during the day in our area.
So there you have it, guys. That's our Ukrainian side. And I see Dr. Gertis in here. I like this comment down here. 20K, this is a team sport, or in Colin Powell's words, a gang fight. You filling the Colin Powell out. I love it, man. I love it. So it's amazing. But, if maybe you haven't seen Dr. Gertis's follow-up tonight, or my reposting of his video, and you need to see that. That's our Ukrainian side. This is legit, guys, and proof's in the pudding, and you're going to witness it. So thank you. Now, one more thing. You guys are not only buying stuff on Amazon, you're donating money. So when I get there, we are doing Christmas programs for kids on the front lines who have been orphaned by the war because their parents have been killed in the war. We are planning for over 1,000 kids that we will be giving Christmas gifts to, we will be doing programs for, and yes, you will see it all, every bit of it. But due to your generosity and donations, we raised our budget from $3,500 to $5,000. And here is Zhenya. They were planning it tonight. Guys, we're going to be transparent. You're going to see everything.
Okay, it was a piece of work from today for preparation for the Christmas program for 1,000 kids in different places. On the Christmas program of today. So there is a moment of programs, ideas, how to make it positive, and sure we had to check everything, and the budget was on the beginning of 3,500. This is what we got, but because of your generosity, we got good news today that it jumped to 5K, and now we will make a better program and a better gifts. Thank you very much. And here is the people who will go and responsibilities. Yeah, surely it's rough, but just a piece wanted to share. Thank you.
So there you have it, guys. You're seeing behind the scenes. They had a planning meeting today, and we've raised our budget from 3,500 to 5,000 now. And did you see when he said these are the people in the list that are helping? That number, probably hard to read if you're not used to looking at that language, but 13 volunteers. My name's not on that list. Zhenya's name's not on that list. 13 volunteers that are going to risk their lives to go to the front line to give kids a Christmas who've lost everything. That, I saw somebody's comment in here. These are behind the scenes heroes. And we're very thankful for them. We could not do it without you. So guys, that's where we're at tonight. I want to say thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gertis, for dropping in here, dropping some comments. Mark McLaren said it since day one. You have been the most honest person I've watched report in the Ukraine war, whether it makes Ukraine look good or not. Never propaganda, straight truth and facts always. I appreciate that 100%, Mark. Zhenya, listen, this is the way I stand right here, okay? I got that pin, the U.S. Capitol building, from Victoria Sparks. That's from Congress. That's the one she wears. But we made the decision. We'll never lie. Never. That's why we told you 10 days ago, Marinka's gone. And then you see it on Twitter and all this stuff that it's still there and Ukraine's still holding on. Baloney. We already know. Why? Because our guys are there. When we say our guys, these are our friends. They're like family. They're deployed there. Maybe you're here new tonight and you've never heard this story, and I'm going to close with this, not to make the stream longer. I'm exhausted. I've been counting numbers all day, and I'll be counting numbers all night. And I'll wake up in the morning to a text message from Dr. Gertis. Good morning. What's the numbers? I'm excited. I'm like a kid in a candy shop. I'm so excited what is happening. He's so pumped up, and I love it. He's Dr. Synergy, and I'm Dr. Energy. Why is this so important? This is personal. I took my family there in 2008, and my son was 6 months old. We were there for about 6-7 weeks. My son became very, very, very ill. Like, very ill. And in 2008, Ukraine was developing, but medicine was very poor, infrastructure poor. It was a challenge. And it was actually Zhenya who got this nurse to come over to my house. And she sat with my son for 10 days and nursed him back to health. Seriously. Today, she is a medic on the front line. being shelled, shot at, bombed every day. And when I say the front line, guys, the front line. She is 50 some years old. And she is there saving soldiers' lives and saving civilians' lives that are still stuck at the front. And when she calls and says, we're out of tourniquets, we're out of chest press compresses, we're out of gauze, can you help? I put the body armor on, I put the helmet on, we lock and load, and I load her up. She saved my son, I'll save her sons and daughters she's saving on the front lines. These are the relationships for 26 years we've developed in Ukraine everywhere on the front. And we know the truth. And because of that, we share the truth. So that's a little bit of the backstory for a lot of you new guys that are here. So thank you for being here tonight. You know what, K-Bell? That's it. That's it. It's personal. Here's what I'll tell you. Here's what I'll tell you, and we'll say good night. Just trust me. If the shoe was on the other foot and it was America being invaded, Zhenya would be right here. All those soldiers, Fish, whom you are going to get to know much better, we're going right into the bunker with Fish, and you're going to be there. Listen, if it was happening here, these guys would be here standing with us, volunteering, fighting, because we're family. We do the same for them. That's real Ukraine. So guys, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you for the updates. Guys, I'm hoping to be on tomorrow night live. That's the plan. For sure, there will be updates, but I've got to be completely honest. It's really overwhelming how much stuff you guys are buying and giving, and I can't get behind the 8 ball on it. So the plan is to be live tomorrow night. So you'll see the advertisement go up. If not, videos will drop updating you, and we'll be live the next night. I'm also packing, getting ready to go to Ukraine. It's getting pretty tight around here, but we'll be here. Just make sure you have the notification on. Tell somebody and get me off that 6.66 quick. I can't. We can't do that. Air raid alert as we go out, still on the same. And let me do this last thing. Just want to say thank you, guys. You got to call Granny, because I cannot go to bed with it saying 6.66. That's it. You guys have a good night. We'll see you soon.
Слава Україні!